Remember how the Zook vowed to protect your newsfeed from fakes? Arguably the biggest problem of modern times.
We're going to take a number of measures, from building and deploying new AI tools that take down fake news, to growing our security team to more than 20,000 people, to making it so that we verify every advertiser who's doing political and issue ads.
Well, the issue's back again.
We can't prevent all governments from all interference, but we can make it harder. We can make it much harder.
And again.
Facebook is unveiling a new so-called war room.
Facebook has created what it's calling the War Room,
where teams are patrolling for fake news, misinformation, and meddling.
After multiple scandals and a big brainstorm, an answer was finally found. Now, no shady sponsor can post political ads without proper vetting and verification. The social media giant even made this sleek video to make sure you appreciate their efforts.
There was never anything that delivered the same kind of visibility into who paid for paid political content on Facebook until today. Ads related to politics, they'll have information about who paid for them.
With crucial US midterm elections just around the corner, surely no one would be allowed to get the upper hand and around the new controls. Except they did. Big time.
Facebook's not meeting that higher standard of transparency. We received approval to buy political ads on Facebook and claimed they were paid for by major political figures. In just about an hour, they passed Facebook's approval process.
That's a little awkward. And while a few posts slipping through the net could be understandable, some of the ads were just obvious. The journalists took memes allegedly shared by Russian trolls back in 2016, like this one. Jesus arm wrestling Satan, published it on a page called Ratatouille for Senate and disclosed the funding as paid by Islamic State. You couldn't make it up. This meme was published in Mike Pence's name. The page, Ninja Turtles PAC. In fact, the only time advertising was denied was when they posed as Hillary Clinton or Mark Zuckerberg himself. When asked how this could have happened, Facebook said, well, it isn't perfect, but we'll try harder.
Enforcement isn't perfect, and we won't stop all people trying to game the system. But we have made it much harder, and we will continue to improve.
Since then, a near-identical experiment took place with a similar result. Journalists managed to get approval for ads paid for by Cambridge Analytica, the notorious political consultancy banned from the site after dragging the company into a huge scandal earlier this year. So, there you have it. 2 years of investigations, Congress hearings and political battles against online trolls and smart, well-funded adversaries. The result? Even more possibilities for ridiculous trolling. One can't help but ask, what if the problem with the state of American politics was never really in the dodgy ads?
This idea that it is now their responsibility and they're qualified to take on this responsibility to determine what is and isn't real news, to determine what is and isn't valid political information, to determine what is and isn't free speech, that's just ridiculous. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous to assume that this company should be in charge of that. This idea that Facebook is going to tell us what are real political ads, quote unquote, and what aren't, and what is real news and what isn't, and what should be free speech and what shouldn't be, giving them this overreaching censorship power is absolutely ridiculous.